First of all, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Star Fox for the Switch 2. We did the easy path and true ending path last night and had a lot of fun with multiplayer, but today, not only are we in it for the long haul, we are starting this one off with an unboxing. It has been a while. Shame on me. Ladies and gentlemen, there's really only one game we can unbox here. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Star Fox 64. Now, I did this once before. For some reason, even though they're two of my 10 favorite games of all time, I decided, because I bought them together, to unbox this game and Ocarina of Time together. Terrible decision, and I want to give a quick shout out to Nintendo for remaking them in the same calendar year a second time, as weird as that is, allowing me to redo my previous mistakes. So this will still be pretty fresh. You know, it's not like I study the contents of this regularly. So let's dive in. Star Fox 64. As you can see, bad boy here's in immaculate condition. Shout out to my guy that I bought that from. Just in wonderful, wonderful shape. Barely used, just little minor things here. It's barely noticeable. It's a beautiful, complete in-box copy of Star Fox 64. Box is bigger, of course. C-3PO's in the way once again, but that's okay. Basically, the size of that's almost two, if not exactly two. Nintendo 64 boxes. Why was that such a hard word to come up with? Come here. You're gonna have to help me now, actually. I'm fucking up. You're gonna have to get a little closer here, buddy. I'm tripping over my words again. C-3PO is gonna help us with this one. Star Fox, Star Wars, they almost kind of go hand in hand, so it's fitting, you know. I always like to say that Star Wars and Star Trek drew heavy inspiration from Star Fox, because as we know, Star Fox came before both of those. Anyway. Here we are. Includes Rumble Pack. That's the main reason for the increased size of the box. Let's see what else we got here. We got some cool artwork here with the Landmaster. We got some very cool artwork with our boy Fox and the R-Wing up here with the Great Fox. We got some cool R-Wing artwork over here. We got the R-Wing plus those things that throw like shit at us. They're very prominent on the cartridge and the box for some reason. Can you still? Yeah, you can still see the cartridge even with C-3PO there. There it is right there. You can barely see it from here, but it has that guy on it for some reason. There's the squad. There's the boys. Love them. Love them. Love them. Did I cover every side? I think I covered every side. I just wing it as I do these. Y'all know that. I don't plan shit out ever. One. Extra work. No, I'm just kidding. I just like just rolling through it and being authentic. It's more fun that way, as I always say. Anyway, the Lylat system has been invaded. Join Fox McCloud and his Star Fox team as they fight to save the galaxy from the clutches of the evil Andross. Travel to many different 3D worlds. 3D worlds. Make sure to emphasize the 3D because, well, actually, this series was kind of always 3D when you think about it. From the jump, it kind of was. Shout out to, Argonaut Games and the Super FX chip. It always felt 3D. It really did. And from that moment on, and I guess technically after that, I don't know how technology works, leave me alone. Battle the enemy in the air and on the ground and listen in as Fox McCloud interacts with a cast of characters. See how it feels to feel what you see. That's word for word. It's a word salad. The N64 Rumble Pack controller accessory instantly transmits all the bumps and blasts during the action. It's a new jolt to your gameplay experience, and probably it's a pretty big strain on the wrists too, because that thing's, it's not heavy, but you know what I mean. Definitely weighs down the back of your controller. Luckily, obviously, of course, the Switch one just comes with it. There's a rumble feature built in, you don't need that. Yeah, I never played it with the Rumble Pack in my youth. Never did. Still don't think I technically ever have. Anyway, that's the box. Only for Nintendo 64. The game sold a lot of copies. It's not a hard one to find, like if you go to a GameCon, but it's... I go to a decent amount of retro stores. Not a lot of people have it. You know, it's... People love this game. A lot of people just hold on to it, because why the hell wouldn't they? Beautiful masterpiece of a game. Let's see what side I got to open this from. Yeah, it's a thicker than average box, that's for sure. For a Nintendo 64 game. Alrighty. I think I picked the right side. I think this one can go either way. I'm upside down, though. That's okay. Alright, so we got a lot of stuff in here. A lot of goodies. For good old Star Fox 64. We got our, you know, our basics. We got the precautions and all that mumbo jumbo right here. Got that. And of course, we got instruction little packet for the Rumble Pack, because there's a Rumble Pack in this, as previously stated. You know, that's the beauty of this game, and it's not just the blockiness. Like Andross still, like, yeah, he looks like a menace in this game, a more realistic menace, but he still looks just as menacing in this, and that's a beautiful thing. They cooked with this game. They were way ahead of their time. So let's see. I wonder if the player's guide offer is still valid. So you can get, here's your secret weapon. What the hell is that thing? Oh, it's like a okay, so yeah, it's a Doom 64 guy. Okay, never played that actually. Maybe in the future. Star Fox 64 player's guide. Andross is threatening to take over. We know that. Subscribe. A full year is only 20 bucks. What a time to be alive. Where's 20 bucks for a full year subscription? And there's a cool little thing here where you can order stuff. You got N64 game protectors, Star Fox 64 soundtrack CD, a Star Fox. Oh man, if I could get my hands on a Star Fox 64 T-shirt, ladies and gentlemen. N64 Traveler, N64 System House. I don't know what either of those things mean. Star Fox 64 Player's Guide, and a Rumble Pack. It's a little order sheet for all of them. Shipping and handling from chart, all that fun stuff. Feel a sneeze coming on, watch out. Tis allergy season. Came a little late this year, as it usually does around here anymore, but it's here. So yeah, cool little order sheet, some cool little artwork and fun stuff in there. The beautiful game, as always. Yeah, the good stuff. There is the aforementioned Rumble Pack. No batteries in it. There she is, right there. Case is there too. I have it. I just took it off. It's complete. Trust me. Trust me, bro. Man, I really suck at using my hands. There we go. It's back on. That's our Rumble Pack. Stay. Good. And of course, no complete in-box video game can be complete without the game. Ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful, beautiful copy in absolutely flawless condition. I mean, there's a little scratched in one spot, but like, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was barely used. Like, this thing is in great shape. Again, this is my complete in box when I bought, at this point, probably like 2 years ago. Time flies. Shout out to my childhood copy. That's the one that gets all the run right there on my streams. It's a workhorse. It really is. So that's that. At least get these two back in this box, then I'll worry about reboxing it all before I start playing here. Now, last but not least, I like to do, and I assume I didn't do this last time, because I was trying to cram 2 into 1 video for some stupid reason. I like to take a nice dive into the instruction booklet. Instruction booklets are like my favorite thing. It's a travesty we don't get them anymore. I understand why we don't. The tutorials and stuff are kind of all in-game. And, you know, I'll say it, Focus M dialogue. Popular term on the internet. In some modern games, it just kind of walks you through everything on the spot. but it was just more fun this way. And I never actually read them. I kind of just either paid attention as I was playing, or just winged it. Like, I usually didn't. I always say the Star Fox Adventures when I spent a lot of time in, but I did not always read all of these. Anyway, there it is. Just says Star Fox 64 on the front, the usual backside with the Nintendo support number and all that stuff. We got a nice render of the Great Fox there. Beautiful. Official Nintendo seal of quality. And a little thing here that says, thank you for selecting the Star Fox 64 game pack for the Nintendo 64 system. Man, Nintendo's been using that dialogue since the beginning, haven't they? Like, people clown the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass game for the Nintendo Switch 2 family, or the Nintendo Switch family of whatever the fuck. You know what I'm trying to say. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game plus Booster Course Pass DLC for the Nintendo Switch 2 family of systems. They have been using that type of dialogue. They could have just said, thank you for choosing to play Star Fox 64. Or, thank you for choosing Star Fox 64 for the Nintendo 64. No, they had to say, thank you for selecting the Star Fox 64 game pack for the Nintendo 64 system. Never change, Nintendo, never change. There's a little, tutorial on how to use the controller. Yep, we know all that stuff. Set to neutral. Prologue. Some sick, simple, but, effective artwork there. Lylat System. This small group of planets enjoyed years of prosperity. The inhabitants lived in peace, that is, until Andross came into view. Andross was born and raised on Corneria, fourth planet of the system, and grew to be a brilliant scientist. I want to know what order they actually go in, because I would assume Corneria would be the first if you're going left to right, but they might show that in here. I don't remember. We'll find out. Dr. Andross had been focusing all his time and energy researching biotechnology, but since Corneria was a peaceful planet, this research went in vain. Over time, his mind became twisted and his morals demented. Andross went mad. One day, a weapon secretly developed by Andross was unleashed on the residents of Corneria. Andross had turned his back on his homeworld. Corneria's major cities were damaged. Luckily, Andross was captured by General Pepper, charged with treason, and exiled to the planet Venom. 5 years later, reports had confirmed disturbing activity from Venom. General Pepper sent 3 members of the Star Fox team, James McCloud, Pigma Dengar, fuck you, and Peppy Hair to investigate. When they arrived at Venom, Pigma betrayed his teammates and turned them over to his new master, Andross. Peppy barely managed to escape and returned to his homeworld to report McCloud's fate to his son, Fox. Consumed with hatred, Andross declared, words are hard, war on the Lylat system. Slowly, Andross has taken control planet by planet. Now, Andross is advancing on Corneria. General Pepper knows that Corneria's army alone cannot stop Andross in his hour of need. He has turned to the new Star Fox team to save Corneria and free Lylat from Andross's evil clutches. We got all of our character, all of the characters and stuff that you got on the Star Fox side right there. Cool stuff. All the renders, it still looks like they belong in the game. Slippy's doing his traditional classic pose. All that fun stuff. Fox has a gun in here despite the fact that he actually, until Assault, he only used a gun in Smash Bros. But hey, there he has a gun. Cool. The young leader of the Star Fox team, Fox is always at the forefront of the team's attack. Because of his fantastic flying skills and quick decisiveness, he's an extremely respected leader. Not in the remake. Screw you, Falco. Peppy is the senior member of the team, a good pilot with vast knowledge and a good friend. A longtime friend of Fox's father, Peppy has watched Fox grow from a young pup to an experienced pilot. Slippy, the most energetic and positive member of the team, although sometimes Slippy can go a little overboard. While he's not the greatest pilot, he compensates with his mechanical skills. A member of the avian race, Falco is a natural pilot. I didn't know that was what his race was. Hell yeah indeed, John Cesare 52, hell yeah. You know the vibes. Can't let you do that, Star Fox. His quick temper and overconfidence make him the wildest member of the team. While he often gets into arguments with the other team members, he is loyal to the cause. Then we got a little bit on our Landmaster, our Arwing, we'll read Rob's. We gotta read Rob's. Rob's the GOAT. Operating from the mothership Great Fox, Rob works closely with the Star Fox team, offering support when necessary. And the Great Fox. Control information, all that fun stuff. Yep, setting, all the menu stuff. Yep, there's the explanation. All the planets in the top there. I'm doing a pretty good job not getting glare this time. Look at that. Look at that. And if you don't like the current route, press start and select retry course. We're going to be doing a lot of routes today, ladies and gentlemen. Lots and lots. We're in it for the long haul. Yep. All these, I like these. Interesting way of putting it. They just put them in these little blocks there to explain all range mode and whatnot. All the power-ups, the laser, the smart bomb, supply ring. What's that called? Middle supply? I just always called it like the star, even though it's technically not a star. It has 4 sides, not 5. The more you know. Help your teammates when they're in trouble, yep. And of course we got our special powers. As it's a weird way to describe it, they're not really powers, but Peppy can analyze enemy weaknesses and give Fox appropriate advice. Do a barrel roll. Falco, you're more likely to travel through routes with a higher difficulty level, which I think there's only one time where he directly impacts that, and that's Corneria. Other than that, you're just relying on him to shoot a couple things down for you to help you out, but you can still do those things yourself with some skill. And Slippy is analyzing the strength of bosses. He gives you their health bar and whatnot. Nothing notable on that page. Battle mode. Fun stuff. I never did it too much, but it's fun nonetheless. Secret of the map screen. This game is full of many hidden surprises. Most areas have their own secret mission. Oh, I know it. Okay, yeah. So the mission accomplished versus mission, yeah. They made that seem more mysterious than it actually is. Oh, they actually tell you here. Corneria, keep Falco alive and fly through the 7 stone archways. Meteo, like, I just learned, that tells you I didn't read these. I don't even know if I had this one in my youth, this instruction booklet, because I just found all this shit out on my own. For the longest time, I didn't know how to get to Sector Y. Yep. Corneria, keep Falco alive and fly through the 7 stone archways. Meteo, fly through the warp gates. Fortuna, defeat Starwolf within the time limit. Sector X, defeat the boss before Slippy disappears. Sector Y, shoot down 100 enemies. Katina, defeat the mothership within the allotted time. Macbeth, destroy the 8 switches and shoot the switcher box. Zonus, destroy every searchlight. And Sector Z, shoot all misses. And of course our medals. We have our medals here. Which I have all of in the original game. I gotta do a better job keeping these guys alive if I wanna. It's a lot easier to shoot down your teammates in this game, and I gotta adjust to that. And there's a fully empty notepad, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the beautiful, the goated video game, Star Fox 64, completely unboxed. Alright, we're running an ad, and then we are just gonna do runs non-stop. Be right back.